What the hell?
We've been through hell, seen the truth. Scarred hands, but we hold tight. Every fall fuels the fight tonight. We are built tough. We don't regret the past. You can shove us down, but we come back for more. We are Generation X. Raised in chaos, bread and fire. Dreams pulled down, tangled in wire. But the storm never broke our core. We are rebels, we are more. You try to break us, but we bend, we never snap. We are built tough, we don't regret the past. You can shut us down, but we come back for more. We are Generation X.
What up, everybody?
Voices loud.
What's up, people?
What up?
Can you all hear me clearly?
Yep.
Who, you? Yeah.
My name is Dave. This is Gen X Unchained. And with me tonight is my co host, as always, Goofball, Smoking the Bowl, and a very special guest, our old third co host or second co host, Only the Lonely. What's been going on, guys?
Missing out
Not
on
much.
Yeah, missing out. You, Dan,
Why
missing
it's
out?
fucking bright.
Your light is bright, bro.
Yeah, right? And look at the ghosting effect there, man. Wow.
Blinded by the light.
That's crazy. Oh, I'm going backstage. I'll be right back, guys.
All right, bro. Anyways, I got a good show to start off with. We're going to discuss some funny things, man, that I find amusing out here in the world.
Amusing, huh?
Amusing. So, everybody knows that I have stayed away from fucking Facebook, right? Excuse my French,
I've known
but
that for a while.
hi, Beth. It's been like 10 to 15 years since the last time I actually been on Facebook, maybe even longer. I only use Facebook for Messenger. And hold on, let me respond to this. We all know why I stay off of Facebook. I just don't. I don't
Well,
like it. Right?
Not all of us now. There's
No,
almost
that-
100
that's-
more people that don't know why you stay off Facebook.
Well, what I'm saying is that I
Fuck.
don't. I don't like. So I decided I was going to get back onto Facebook through my Messenger because that's the only thing I had from Facebook was Messenger, and try to use it as a launching platform for the podcast. You know, another way to get us out there, right?
It shares out to different people. I get it.
Exactly. So I'm going through Facebook. Okay. The reason why I say all that is because I'm going through Facebook. Hello to your friend. Another reason why that's the only reason why I use Facebook now. And it was just recently when I decided to get back on there. It started scrolling, right?
Right.
And while I'm scrolling, I come across this thing that says, "Is your kids addicted to video games?"
I am.
We have a pending class action lawsuit. If you think you're due for compensation, please fill out this form. So guess what I did? Of course, you know me. I'm a video gamer. I'm not going to keep my mouth shut. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm going to sit there and say my piece on video games.
And,
Okay,
yeah,
now-
say what's on your mind.
Now, remember what I said, keywords. If your child is addicted to video games, you may be due some compensation. Keyword being child, right?
Okay.
So I wrote on there. I said, well, how come it's the video game company's fault, but it's not the parents' fault for not parenting?
Right there.
Shouldn't there be something there about the parents? Why is it the video game company's fault? You know? And I said some other stuff too. Okay. But what up, bud?
What's up, Ray?
Yeah, I had to just go live, bro. I had to, bro. We ain't been live but 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes, Ray. You know, brakes on that Harley there, brother. But video games, man. Video games for me is a way for me to escape.
Mm-hmm.
For me, right? Most of us who play video games use that as a way to escape. We're not going to the bars. We're not going to strip clubs and dropping money. Okay, we're not.
Yeah, it's our decompression.
Right. We're not. We don't have a permanent bar spot with our name on a bar stool at a bar spending money. You know,
Right.
lady responds to my comment. Okay, and she goes, "Well, I know there's plenty of men out there who refuse to get a job and rather play video games all day." I was like, the key word there is men. Men that make that choice. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out. Maybe you could help me with that later, Ray.
And it's funny how she's some Karen who thinks she can dictate what men do.
Well, she said grown men. Okay, so the key words there is
Okay.
grown and men. Okay, so she went on this little 30-second rant about grown men being a POS, not taking care of their kids. And I'm sitting there thinking, I was like, so the first thing I hit her with was this right here. I said, first off, I said, you're forgetting the key words. I was like, you're forgetting the key words, which is grown men, which means they make their own decisions. What we're talking about is children. That's what the post is.
And probably pay their subscription to play the video game.
Right. So here's another thing. If you have children with a guy who dedicates most time to video game, don't have a job, not paying bills and taking care of their children, what's that say about you, ladies? Obviously, you did not have good choices when you picked a man. Didn't your mama teach you better? Okay. So just because you're bent out of shape because you got an ex-old man who rather play video games all day than get a job and take care of his child that you decided to lay down in bed with to have that set child with, okay,
Right.
says a lot about you. Okay, so don't jump down on grown-ass men.
I mean, whenever the post was about kids.
Yeah, and exactly, I pointed that out to her too. I said, this post is about children, not grown men who are grown enough to make their own decisions. And this other lady popped in and she chimed in and a bunch of stuff. I was like, well, you must be very uneducated because people who play video games, and let me explain this to you people too, to some of you guys who don't understand this, you know, video games build hand-eye coordination, 1. 2, military uses it in flight simulators to teach pilots, drone operators to fly drones, and other forms of video games to do training with. Okay,
landscaping of other countries.
You guys not understand this? Video games just not for. Listen, if you're a man and you play video games, to all the men out there,
you're not a man if you play video games.
If you go to work every day, take care of your family, pay your bills.
Pay your bills.
Nobody has that right to tell you how long you could play on that video game.
Yeah, so get out of that business.
As long as you're doing your business by taking care of your family, paying your bills.
Yeah, so get out of that business. That's risky
Right.
business. Pay your bills and don't
Right.
put your gerbil in a tube.
Exactly. So here's the thing. If you're a single male, you get a job, you play video games, and you go to work and play video games. That's all you do. Be careful of that one woman who's willing to lay down in bed with you so you could have a kid to take your freedom away. You made that choice that you wanted to go to work, pay your bills, play the video game, and not be with nobody. Women, if you find a guy that you want to hook up with and you find out that he has no job, lays around all day and plays video games and eats potato chips off his belly button, then that says a lot about yourself.
But it says a
That
lot
should
about the
tell
guy
you.
too, because
That
apparently
says
he
a lot
found
about the guy
somebody
too,
to
but you're
take
not
care of
catching
him.
the red flags. You're talking about red flags, but you're not catching them. Red
Apparently, he
flags
tricked
gone.
mama and daddy into taking care of him without a
Exactly.
job.
You know what I'm saying?
That
So there's
sounds like
that.
a persuasive man.
There's my rant on video game. I've had enough hearing it. It was about children being addicted. How about parents that need to be parents? How about that one?
I think parents need to be more of a parent than what they can be now.
How about the parents be a parent?
That's what they need to be doing. I mean, they laid down and conceived said kid.
Yeah. That says a lot about your choices in men. Jessica,
Or women for
told
that
you
matter.
on Facebook I was going to use your name on blast, Jessica. I'm not going to use your last name, but I will say your first name, Jessica. It must
Jessica
really,
Karen.
it may just be the fact that you have poor choice in men and you're just been out of shape about it. You should have closed your legs. You know what they say? Just say no. No.
Just say no. No
Just say
means
no.
no.
Yeah. You could have got up, put your clothes back on, and walked away. But you decided to be a dum dum and lay down with the man who has no job, who don't pay bills, and plays video games all day. That's your goddamn fault. You have nobody
I
else
ain't
to
got
love.
no job, but I pay bills.
But at the same time,
I pay bills.
at the same time, you men need to pick up the ball. Okay? If you're a deadbeat with fucking kids and you play video games all day and you live in your parents' house, I think you need to shut the video game off and rethink your life. I am all for that. So, Dan, you worked all the time. You feel and you pay your bills and took care of your family. Do you feel that you should be able to play the video game whenever you want?
I do whatever the fuck I want whenever I want.
Exactly. Moken?
I pay the bills, I pay my internet, and I pay my subscription. So yes, I can play any time I want.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, and I have an old lady.
Yeah, exactly. Who happens to play video games?
On her phone, but yeah.
And you know what kills me about this too is that some of these women that are complaining about this
They
going
spend
after
hours
the,
on Facebook.
spend hours on. Hey, here's one thing for you. We're not complaining about the guy who sits his ass at the bar stool who's addicted to alcohol. We're not complaining and making lawsuits about women who are addicted to complaining or getting their hair done or getting their nails done. Oh, I got to hit the tanning salon today. My booty crack ain't going to look great. Okay. You know,
Gotta
here we
get
go.
your daily dose of
I got to get my daily dose of spray tan on and lay down in the
cancer.
tan bed. Let me get my daily dose of cancer. You know, nobody says anything about the women who's addicted to shopping, who can't stop. Okay, get up every day, go to the shopping mall. You spend $2,000-3,000. You come home. You can't stop. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's suing Walmart. Nobody's suing Kohl's or Macy's. Oh, God forbid if we did that.
You want to? Let's go. Let's get a class action going.
I'm just saying.
I want to sue
You know,
Macy's
I
for
mean-
libel.
It's
Just Call
We're
me
not
Dan,
complaining
Dan,
about that.
Dan McCrone. I'm suing
Hey.
everybody who's ever said my name.
How about this? We're not complaining about the women are addicted to video games. Just the guys, right?
Just
What
a minute.
about what about what about the guys who chopped their dicks off and became first ladies?
They're not women. They're men, okay. You get
They're not men either.
you get chop off the branch and the berries. You're fucking still a man. Get over it.
No, he ain't. No, he ain't. He lost that.
Russiagate.
Right? Russiagate. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Candace Owens is a Russiagator. She's in Putin's puppet squad.
And, well, Democrats are what was that what was all that shit with Richard Nixon? Watergate. Democrats are Watergate.
Yeah.
Pizzagate.
Yeah, exactly.
Hillary Clinton.
This is Xbox.
Mythical.
This is
Dude,
mythical. What's up?
how about Pizzagate was real and they admitted it and moved the fuck on?
Alrighty.
Like somebody just went to jail like a couple months ago because of the
What
same
the fuck
code
was
words.
Pizzagate?
Pizzagate was where it had something to do with Comet Pizza in Washington, D.C., supposedly being a slaughterhouse for child trafficking. But it was based on WikiLeaks because some of the pizza parties the Clintons had, they had some really obnoxious toppings that like didn't make sense for pizza, right? So some Redditors and 4chan people were like, no, it's secret code for kids. And that ended up mainstream blew it off as a hoax. But somebody went to jail a couple months ago for using the exact same code for child trafficking that Hillary Clinton was accused of for Pizzagate way back when. So,
Lolly, this is Dan. This is Dan, Only the Lonely.
what up?
He used to be our other co-host. He used to be on the show with us for a while.
I have
yeah,
heart problems.
Yeah, heart problems.
Oh no! And that just set it off. Fuck.
Yep. There it goes. It just set off. They're
Talk me
going
down.
crazy.
I'll be right back.
All right, go ahead. They are going crazy today because Trump has made the DC police federal now. Going to have National Guard come in. Damn right.
Yep.
And I approve of that message. This is what we voted for. We are going to clean this nation up.
About damn time.
You know, this is something that should have been done. And you want to know what? Everybody, let me know when World War I and World War II is over, because I'm ready for this temporary federal tax to be done. I'm dead serious. You know, this is it's supposed to be temporary, not long term.
But we're funding World War III.
What World War III? We're about to make a deal with Putin. What are you talking about?
If he takes it.
Okay, mythical. Well, we'll see.
I mean, if he takes it.
We'll see, right?
We don't know.
We
don't exactly know if he's going to take it or not, right?
Hey, did you see the new meme?
He could be agreeing with Trump and on the way home say, okay, send drones.
I don't know, bro. All I know is that, look.
He's already done it once.
I have my own convictions and I have my own thoughts and my own opinions on the whole Trump situation. And we don't really do a lot of politics on here because it boils my blood. Okay. So what we're going to do is this right here. I'm going to give everybody the good rundown. There's things on Facebook that rubbed me the wrong way. One person talking about student loan debt. Well, I'm sorry, but it ain't my neighbor's fault that I got a loan to go to school and they should have to pay for it.
No, you know whose fault that is? It's Biden's fault, because prior to Biden, you used to be able to file bankruptcy on that fucking shit. but in the 80s, Biden passed a bill that made it to where you cannot file. No, 90s actually. He wrote the bill that made it to where you can't file Chapter 11 anymore. So
Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's my thing to all you young people out there. You want to go to college, you pull out that loan for you to go to college. It's your responsibility to pay back that loan, not the American people.
Right.
Just like it's not the American people's problem to pay for a broken arm
hey
that
Dave,
somebody else got.
hey Dave, if I get a car loan and I default on it, is it any of your fucking business?
No, and it's not
Right,
my problem.
exactly. So exactly, it's not your business,
Or my
not your problem. Same
responsibility.
thing with every little fucking whining kid who goes for fucking some dumb fucking major and spends $250,000. Not my problem, not my business, buddy.
Here's my whole
You
thing
know,
right here.
live
Here's
with
my
your
whole thing.
choices.
That's exactly what I said, Dan. I put that on the post, Dan. I said exactly that. You ready for this, bud? Check this out. I said,
Right.
well, if you guys want student loan forgiveness, then I want credit card forgiveness, home loan forgiveness, car forgiveness, and I want my free medical care so I could come home and watch my neighbors smile at me knowing that they're paying for my broken arm too.
Wouldn't that just be nice if we had a tax system that allowed us to determine what our taxes went towards? That would be awesome.
Right? I mean,
Right? Then
I've
nobody
said
would
the
be able to
American
bitch.
people run
This-
the,
You know?
the
This
country.
system right here, could be ended if we just end federal tax.
How about just end the fucking Fed and end fucking real
Yes.
estate tax?
Yes.
You,
Yes,
you don't
exactly.
you don't
No more
own a
tax.
property that you have to pay a yearly rent to the government to maintain your ownership.
No property tax.
That's not called ownership. That's called fucking renting. That's called
Exactly. Exactly.
leasing your property from the state.
And then if I want to pass down that house to my family, guess what they're going to do? My kid's going to be stuck with the
Gonna
same
be
what?
stuck
Property
hitting you up
tax.
taxes, yep, and the
And then
death
they're gonna,
tax, and the estate tax, and every
exactly.
fucking thing else. Yeah, dude, I paid my house off 6 years ago, and I've already fucking
Your
bought
property
it.
taxes, you've already bought it again. What?
I've already bought it again from the fucking government.
1.5 times?
Let's see, it's roughly $5,000 a year. I've been here 8 years, so yeah. What is that?
Yeah.
35,000, and that's what
Yeah.
I paid for the house. 35,000. So
Yeah.
I've bought my house twice. Once off of the previous owner, and then again off the fucking state. And in another 8 years, I'll buy it again off the fucking state, because that's, I'm between real estate tax, school real estate tax, and all that, and property tax. We got state, we got borough, and we got county tax. All three of those, they could take your fucking house if you don't pay your tax.
Here you go.
And then,
Here
and then
you
you
go.
got
we got
and you got
state.
school tax too. And
No,
again,
we got-
all four of them, they'll take your fucking house.
We got state, county, and city tax. We also got state tax. We got property tax. We got gas tax, grocery tax, cigarette tax, the
Yep.
highest marijuana tax in the country, next to California.
Illinois, man, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget the entertainment tax.
Oh, yeah. The entertainment tax is like, so if I buy a video game on Xbox, okay, and the price is $59.99, I'm going to be paying almost $7 in state tax to the state of Illinois because I bought the video game from Microsoft themselves online. How do you know that I'm buying that shit online? Oh, that's right. You're in cahoots with the nation's biggest jackass, Bill Gates.
You mean the monopolies that the governments are supposed to protect us from?
Exactly.
Yeah. That's why I don't get into all the sycophant shit with, like, I voted for this, because
You
the
know
shit
who
that
I
I
voted
voted for was the shit that I was told when I was growing up in school.
Where in the hell is Wally Two Shoes? Where's
Mr. Two
Wally?
Shoes.
Mr. Two Shoes.
I don't know, actually. I haven't heard from him for a couple months. I heard from his wife called a couple weeks ago to ask for some advice on some gifts she was getting him. And that's the most I've heard from either of them lately. So I
Give
can follow up
give
and
him a
see what they've
call.
been up
Yeah.
to.
Give him a call and see if he wants to join us.
Let's see. Oh, you're
Hey,
trying to
Wally, you're about to go live on a phone call
get
with Lonely live on Gen X Unchained.
Wally.
I like that dude. That dude's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's the shit, man.
He's a character, bro.
Let's see if he wants to get on here. I don't know if he still has the code or not, or if he's even at home. But we'll see. Be right back, Mythical Rider.
Yep.
Nope, he's no show.
Okay. All right. Maybe he'll call during the pot. Maybe he'll call.
Yeah, I'll shoot him a little text and be like, yo. But,
Well, I mean, I voted for the majority of what Trump's doing, so I mean, I ain't afraid to put that out there.
I voted for all of it. I don't give a shit who it pisses off.
all right,
Even if it was a Democrat, okay, let me give you guys the benefit of a doubt. Let's
I
say,
just voted to keep Kamala out of the fucking office.
yeah, but let's just
I
say,
mean,
let's just put this
that's
in
who.
a hypothetical. If it was a Democrat that was going on the same morals and opinions and thoughts and ideas for this country like Donald Trump is doing now, I'd vote for it.
Okay. Yeah, I would have voted for him.
Yeah, I'm
I'd
still
vote for
waiting
it.
for some real change, like the swamp to be drained. So
Oh,
far,
it's
I've seen
working.
fingers pointed at true blue Americans, patriots, Thomas Massey and Marjorie Taylor Greene, real American constitutionalists. That's not the swamp. And if those are the only two people you're going to pick out as being the swamp, then you're keeping your
No,
bar
here's
fucked
what it
up.
is.
Well, no.
Here's
What about what's going on with Texas?
What about Texas?
about the
Oh,
Democrats.
have you not
running
heard
and
what's
hiding.
going on with Texas?
No.
They're running
Other
and
than
hiding
what? There's millions of things going on with
from
Texas. What specifically are you talking about?
gerrymandering.
The gerrymandering thing.
Oh,
You know where them governors are?
what's that?
You know where the majority of them governors are
Hold on.
that ran from their
Senators are not
constituents in
governors.
Texas?
There's senators and representatives, not governors.
I would say states only have one governor.
Yeah.
All right, senators. The representatives of the constituents that they were voted in by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
You know
follow
where they
much
are?
on Texas. I know there's a lot of natural disasters there right now. And
Do you know where they are?
I don't know what you're even talking about.
They're here in
there's some-
Illinois hiding out because they don't want to redraw the district lines in Texas.
Oh,
And here's the thing, JB Pritzker, you do not represent me. You don't represent my co-host Moken. What you do represent is fake women and illegals.
You need to
You
go.
don't care
prison.
about the rest. You gerrymandered Illinois to get rid of Republican seats to allow more Democratic seats and got it passed. You did that. You did
Charlie Kirk.
exactly what Texas
Charlie
is
Kirk
doing.
said he was standing one place up in Chicago. He said he can throw a rock and hit another district, and on the other way, throw another rock, hit a different district.
Yep.
yeah.
Like, what is it spaced out by blocks now?
Some of it is. So, anywho,
Some
The-
people
the-
just want to do
the
away with
whole-
that bullshit altogether. So
look, I say
I'd be all
outlaw
for it.
gerrymandering for the whole freaking country. Take every state, divide it evenly among how many seats there is in the House and the Senate of every state. Okay. And then once you do that, then everybody has a shot of taking that seat. It's not going to be a Democratic district or a Republican district. They're all going to be neutron districts, neutral district.
Neutron.
That means everybody who's going to run for a seat or in that district has a chance, regardless of party. You have a chance. May the best man win. That's the way it should be. That should not be governors redrawing maps and district lines so they could keep their seats and keep out white people and keep out Republicans from ever being able to have a chance. That's exactly what you did, JB Fat Boy Pritzker.
Pritzker.
Okay, you piece of trash. All right, that's what you did. Now Texas is doing it, and all of a sudden it's a bad thing. You're harboring fugitives.
Oh no! It's not a bad thing. It's against the law.
It's against the law. My ass. I watched that
Texas.
interview.
Texas still hasn't legalized weed, so I don't really give a shit.
I'm using some kind of mono.
I'm using
Mano.
I'm using a $30 piece of trash from
I got a
Amazon.
Razer headset. I don't fucking know.
My headset's a Lucid. It's actually an Xbox headset, but it is a beast.
Right.
It's
And I'm using a TV.
yeah. So, but yeah, my mic, on the other hand, look, it's a piece of trash. It's broken. It was broken when it got here. I didn't even get to use it. It was already broken.
Return that shit, Amazon.
I'm not returning it. I kept it
too
long.
late now.
Who
You've
needs
had
it?
it 8 months.
I don't know. He may be taking a break. He may be
Don't know.
just staying away from the interweb. You know, the craziness of the world.
Or he hasn't
Right.
gotten our notification and
Right?
he's not
That's
around.
how I've been. I've
Hey, thank you, Ray.
delved away from the world. I've delved away from social media. Delved away from politics. I'm just done with it. I'm waiting for the world to shake.
Dan, that's why we made our podcast strictly open mic. Anyone could join. We can talk about any topic. You know what I'm saying? That's the best
Right.
thing. New things we're doing here at Gen X Unchained. And
How about
just so
these
you guys
earthquakes?
know- yeah, hold on. You can pause with that for a second, Bubba. And just to let everybody know, if you like the content that we talk about, just hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. The algorithm really helps when you hit subscribe and you like and you comment. It really helps out. So if you could do that for me, that'd be great. And just remember, any of you guys are welcome to join. All you got to do is throw a comment up. We'll share a link. You could join. You could talk about whatever you
It's
want.
already posted.
And remember, there's a lot of other good shows out there. Retired Rider, Ray's Moto Life. We got Mythical Rider,
Unchained down the rabbit hole.
Unchained Down the Rabbit Hole. There's a lot of good shows
Oh,
out there, and we all help each other, and we appreciate everything. I have no problem returning the favor. But back to the story. What we're talking about, guys, is we started the conversation off with talking about video game addiction. We all know that's BS. It's no different than alcohol addiction or strip club addiction or women addiction to complaining or compulsive shopping. Okay,
Well,
it's no different. So we're not doing no lawsuits because of that. So here we go. Now we went into
Well,
politics.
honestly, I think the alcoholism is maybe a lot worse than gaming addiction.
Well, look, I don't care. Moving on. We're done
speaking
with
of addiction, though, there's this huge push on Twitter right now to try to say that marijuana is addictive. And my
Hold
only
up.
response to that, the whole marijuana is addictive bullshit, is there's not one single double-blind placebo-controlled study that shows that marijuana is addictive. And that's the only science
Okay.
that counts when it comes to
Hey,
saying
how
something is
about
addictive.
stop,
What?
and let's say it is addictive. Okay,
Maybe to
hold
you.
on.
For
Let's say it is
conversation.
addictive.
No. For
Right.
conversation, for the conversation experience only, let's hypothetically say it is addicting. Go on,
The
Moken.
Constitution still doesn't give you a right to fucking tell me what I can do.
Ain't that the truth?
True, but how many deaths have come from this
Zero.
addiction?
Zero.
Zero.
So who fucking cares if it's addictive?
Right.
Hey guys. Hey
It's
world.
not,
Guess
though.
what?
It's
I'm gonna
not.
let me let you guys in on a little something there, world out there in the world. Uncle Dave's talking. I love smoking weed. Weed,
Right.
I believe, to the fullest, has kept my cancer on the back burner for 28 years. I believe weed is a medicine. And yes, I like smoking it just as much as I like smoking cigarettes. But I'm addicted to this. I could quit
Right.
smoking weed. This is
That's what
something
I'm talking about, man.
This is the devil.
Somebody
here.
somebody who's fucking smoked cigarettes and had to try to quit that shit, try to tell me that weed's fucking addictive.
I quit smoking
Like,
weed for 4 days. I got it.
right.
I have it documented. Ray knows about it. It's
Documented.
It's on my short for 4
Sounds
days.
sounds
4
like you
days.
defaulted on your student loans there, Dave.
What I tell
Well,
you
I
the other
did
day?
default on my marijuana, and the reason is because I needed to take a break. I was going through some stuff that week. I was very busy.
What
You know what I'm
What I
saying?
tell
You
you
need
the
some
other
student
day?
loan
Just
forgiveness.
didn't feel like smoking. I just didn't feel like smoking, so I didn't smoke. Smoking, you know
What
about
I
that.
tell you the
James.
other day?
Yeah. I said
I
it on
went the
Twitter
other day
yesterday,
without
man.
smoking.
I've smoked weed on and off for 35 years.
If you want to know the
And
truth, bro, I think the
I've
Shroud of Turin is
never.
fake.
What about the Shroud of Turin? Oh my God,
I
that's
think it's fake.
no, it's not fake at
I
all.
think it's fake.
So, well, you can think it's fake and
I
jump
just
on
don't.
that boat. Like
Look.
scientists,
I'm not saying as.
scientists can't
Hold on. Hold on.
reproduce it. It's
Let
not.
me
It's
fix
not
that.
ink. It's
Let me
literally an
fix that.
image
Give
burnt
me a
with
second.
light.
Give me a second. Listen, I'm not saying that it's fake, as in it's not old. I'm saying Jesus wasn't wrapped in it. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah. I think you have no grounds to say that, and it's all just you speculating. And I think
They're
if you
just
go over to
speculating
Tucker
Jesus
Carlson,
was.
I think if you go over
The
to Tucker
scientists are
Carlson, in the last week, he's actually had the Shroud of Turin on his show with one of the foremost specialists on it. And it's not fake. It's definitely real. It's dated right around the right time. They've had multiple dating on it, and originally the dating said, "Oh, it's young. It's only like 500 years old." And since then, they've had dating come through and get peer reviewed and say, "No, it's closer to 2,000 years old." So you can believe what you want to believe. I'll believe what I want to believe. But and anybody who doesn't know any better and you don't want to just form an opinion based on what's in your brain, go over to Tucker Carlson. He got a 2-hour interview with the lead most scholar on this. So, and they actually have the full size replica of it right there in front of them. So, and let me explain a little bit for you there, Ray. I'm sure you probably already know about it, or you wouldn't have mentioned it. But the Shroud of Turin is a fabric that they claim Christ was wrapped in. It was found in Turkey or somewhere like that, and it has all the blood stains in the right places for where Christ would have been afflicted with suffering by the Roman soldiers
Which, hold on, before you go any further, which, with that being said, means many people were crucified the same way. So don't get it
Yes.
twisted, people.
Yeah, many people were crucified the same way. But the thing that's interesting about the shroud is there's no other shroud of Turin. There's no other burial shroud that has an image of the person that it was wrapped around, burnt into it by plasma. All right, so the scientists have reproduced this in a lab, and what it takes is 50,000 volts of plasma discharge in less than 0.1 second to burn that image. That image is less than 2 millimeters penetrated into the fabric itself. It's not ink, it's not dye, it's not blood itself. It is a negative image. It's the world's first photograph ever. There's
So
no
basically,
photograph
like-
older than this. This is a 2,000-year-old photograph, and we only know how to reproduce it with 50,000 volts of plasma discharge.
That would be lightning.
Yeah. So, like, if you were to be spiritual and believe in your light-bodied self, if you were to be resurrected, you would imagine there would be a lot of plasma involved in that process. So, and the other thing about it is there's actually 3 separate images overlapped, meaning that there were 3 separate bursts of energy. And the way they know there were 3 separate bursts of energy is because there's actually movement in the body. The hands move between the first image and the last image. It's really fucking insane. If anybody, whether you're a believer, whether you're a skeptic, go watch this video on Tucker Carlson or go look up any other documentary about the Shroud of Turin and delve into it. It's a very deep, awesome rabbit hole.
Here's the key word to take from all that, people. Claimed. It's claimed to maybe wrap Jesus. Doesn't mean it has, and it was.
I mean, what other person in history would have created it?
And
how many people do we say can? How many people from the ancient history do they say came back to life? And how many of them were wrapped in a burial shroud when that happened? I'm not sure. Lazarus was on record as being brought back. He was dead for 4 days, and he was brought back to life. But was he wrapped in a burial shroud? I don't know. I don't know how many people from no religion at all. Like, are there any Greeks that just came back to life magically and were wrapped in burial shrouds? I don't know.
Here's what makes me a skeptic. You ready for this? The shroud supposedly wrapped around Jesus. Well, you got the shroud. Where's the body?
What do you mean, where's the body? Did you read
Where's
the
the body?
book? Where
Where's
would there
the
be?
body?
Dude, read the
Where's
book.
the
There's
body?
no body because the body
Where's the
came
body?
back to life. It walked for 2 weeks and then it ascended into heaven in front of 500 people.
Yeah, but yet
who have
churches
made
over
separate accounts of
in,
it.
but yet churches over
So where's the
and
body
around
behind?
Bethlehem said that they do have the body of Christ.
Yeah, they're full of shit.
Okay.
I'm skeptical about that. Where's the body? Again, where's the body? Because
where's the body?
the book says he ascended to heaven upon
Because
the
the
mountain.
book says doesn't mean that's what happened.
Well, it's
Yeah,
2,000 years old,
you're
Dave.
supposed to take
Like,
the
Jackie
book.
but did
the
Jack
book
really
says
clear
that
the
that's right.
there's still literally a shit ton of people who don't even believe Jesus existed, but there's
Hold on.
literally more historical evidence for Jesus than there is Caesar.
Hold on.
There's
Listen.
Pontius Pilate. There's Nicodemus. There's all kinds of non-Jewish people who acknowledge that Christ was a man and he was persecuted by the Romans and the Sanhedrins.
Yeah, I'm not saying that didn't happen. I know that happened.
Ray's all about it, man. He's like, yep.
But
Look,
was he as
I
white
know
as
that
us?
But listen, no, he wasn't. He was a man of bronze-colored skin and dark hair. That is Jesus.
Then why you got white
skin and dark hair? Because you got
Why you got him hanging up on a cross as white?
Because it all leads back to racism. That's why I don't
What's
trust
racism
church.
got? Dude, God don't got shit to do with race, man. Christ came for every race.
Jesus,
He didn't. Christ came for every race. He came to fulfill the covenant of the Jews and to bring every race into the
That's why
promise.
he's hanging up on the cross as
He
a
don't
white
care
man.
whether you're black, Mexican, yellow, green, purple, brown. He don't give a shit.
That's why they're lying to everybody from the Bible and saying he was a white man.
He wasn't. That's just like them trying to say Cleopatra was a black woman. No, she wasn't. Cleopatra was a European. So, Christ was not a European. Christ was a Jew, and further than that, he was a Jew from African clan who Mary and Joseph came to Bethlehem to have him be born. So
exactly.
he would not have had white skin. He might have had light skin, but it was definitely bronze, brown. Who
Yeah.
knows?
The
I don't
Bible
care.
even says that
I'm-
Jesus has a skin colored in bronze.
You know what? A light-bodied spirit probably doesn't have any color skin because they're just fucking full of light. So,
Okay.
I mean, it's the last
So,
thing I do when I see Christ is I'm
the
going
whole
to
thing,
take notice of his skin color. Oh, you are black.
the whole thing that I there's certain things with religion, I believe, and there's certain things with religion that I could just sit there and cross out and say, yeah, it's full of shit.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
the church has fucked up
And
religion beyond repair. I mean, that's
this is why I stick by my full firm of believe 100% of what I can touch and only 50% of what I hear.
Well,
Hear and read
well,
anyway.
yeah, that's what I was going to
You know
say.
what
Well,
I'm saying?
there's part of the problem because maybe you shouldn't rely on what you hear. Maybe you should read it yourself and make your own determination. Because there's things in the Bible that are scientific, there's things in the Bible that are historic, and there's reason to take it all with a very huge grain of sand, and there's reasons to take it all to heart.
And here's my thing, right? I know AI could do a lot of stuff, but AI could also be programmed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
And to
I
lie to
don't
you.
trust. I'm not saying that it didn't happen, and you probably seen the video of it, and I'm probably going to end up seeing it too. But to be honest with you, when it comes to AI, I don't trust it because it could be programmed to do certain things.
Now, when
AI,
I think
is-
of AI, I think of biblical prophecy that there will be vessels walking the land without souls. Because that's what they want to do. They want to put AI in robots and they want to put it in a chip in your fucking head.
already happened. They're called Democrats.
Yeah, well, not just Democrats. Not just Democrats. No bullshit. No. Peter Thiel and Palantir and Elon Musk and Neuralink, they all want that real ID on their brain chip and AI on that brain chip and it being forced into your brain.
Again,
And
ladies and gentlemen, I am Dave. This is Gen X Unchained. That's Dan who's talking there about AI and that smoking, losing his shit, laughing so
I mean,
hard.
and
We're
I'm a
back at it.
computer engineer, man. I mean, you
Yeah.
would think I would be the last one to rag on AI, but like when I have serious spiritual qualms about AI.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
and especially the fact everybody keeps calling it AI in its current form because it's not intelligence at all. It doesn't use logic. You argue with Grok over a couple things here, and you'll soon find it's not logic. It's using predictive language transformers. So it takes your question and then it predicts what language you're expecting to get in return, and it shoots it out at you. It doesn't really think.
Right.
So it's relying on its training. So whoever trained it on what language to prioritize, it's going to inherit the bias of whoever trained it.
Right. Now I'm gonna pull down chat real quick.
Yes, Mythical Rider. Yes, it does lie. Grok especially. And Gemini more than any that I've seen.
All right, there, everybody. That's who's all in the show. Just so you know, Lonely, Moken, and myself. Back to it. Yeah, so it's freaking crazy, man. You know, I'm like, I like the AI part as far as it doing what I tell it to do. Beyond that, I think it's the devil.
You
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 know,
don't think you ought to ask it what you should do next?
do what?
You don't think you should ask it what you should do next? Like, let's say you don't know what to go and eat, and you ask Grok, "Hey, what should I go and eat?"
No, I don't ask AI nothing. I ask it to make me pictures after I put in a description of way I want the picture to work. I ask it to make me a song that sounds good when I enter all the lyrics to the song and say, hey, create this song with this type of style of music, with this type of style of vocals, and hit create. I do that. As long as I can do that, I'm fine. I don't need a freaking machine to tell me what my next meal's going to be. If you're so freaking lazy that you need to ask a machine, hey, hey, Grok, or hey, Siri, what should I have for dinner tonight? No, I'm not. What? No,
That's funny.
I'm not
You
doing
know
that.
that.
That's what people are
Remember,
doing, though.
remember that
People can
band
do
we
that.
featured, Starset? We
Yeah,
featured a
start
couple
that.
other
Yeah, I
things.
remember.
That's the whole point behind the 3 dots on the head. That is an
Yeah,
AI chip
exactly.
that they want to force on people, and supposedly the multi-million-dollar anonymous donor for that band that helped to get that band off the ground. They wanted to make sure that that story was pushed in all of the videos.
She said
Uh,
AI blackmailed its programmer and sent out a coding out to
True
save
story.
itself. And then she says, not to mention all the fake information out there that it pulls answers from. Exactly.
And it doesn't know how to look at it. Doesn't know. You have to give it guidelines on how to use logic. So
Right.
if you just ask it a question and you don't give it any guidelines, it's going to use its programmer's bias in your answer. So if you ask it a question about
Exactly.
country, let's say, if you say, "Oh, is a certain country committing genocide right now?" All right, if you just ask it that, it's going to tell you no. But then because it's been programmed to tell you no. But if you change a question and you turn around and you say, well, according to the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution and the laws, rights, and guidelines set therein, is what's going on the other side of the planet acceptable? It'll say, fuck no. When you ask it the right question, it will give you the right answer.
Right. Yeah. And she says any program is only as good as the data it has. Garbage in, garbage out.
Garbage out. Right.
Exactly. Exactly. So, but yeah, I mean, AI is good for some things. Don't get me wrong. Okay. AI is good if it needs to help me build a program or an FTL to create a file for my 3D printer. It's good enough to create pictures and maybe 10-second clips of a video or a song like I've been doing lately. You know, um, I'm good with working it if it works in my favor. Now, when we start giving AI
Till it takes your
permission
job.
to take our, yeah, exactly. Well,
Till you get 50,000 viewers and suddenly your whole podcast gets over fucking ran by an AI Dave pretending to be you.
that wouldn't, and I wouldn't, I would pay big money to have somebody shut that down.
Dude, speaking of AI Daves, Dave Rubin went on vacation and hired AI to be his stand-in. And it's literally AI Dave Rubin fucking answering questions in the theme of Dave Rubin and the style of Dave Rubin. So it's impersonating him completely.
Hey, not a problem.
there-
Nicole. Like I said, I'll get that fixed and get it rewrote and send it out to you as soon as I can.
Don't have it right now.
But yeah, I mean,
And there was an interview, probably I forget when it was, but there was this kid that apparently had some kind of gun issue and ended up dying. Okay.
A pew pew
So,
issue, a gun
okay,
issue,
a pew pew issue.
a pew pew issue, a pew pew issue. Can we not say gun without being discriminated? I'm
I
saying gun.
guess
I-
not. I mean,
Okay, so go on with your
I don't
story.
know. And they were talking about the violence there ensues.
You're very welcome.
So I don't know.
What caused him to have a gun?
I would have to go back and watch it, but anyway, it's an AI doing this interview as this kid that is
Spit it out.
Ha,
deceased.
that's what she said.
Bro, so I'm not understanding what you're talking about, bro. Are you talking
The
about
kid that
AI?
is deceased is AI,
Okay, so he
and
took
the guy is having an interview with him.
he unalived himself. Is that what you're saying? With the pew pew?
Maybe.
And now they got what did he program an AI to do an interview for him afterwards?
The father did.
The
The
father
family did, yeah.
Why? How dumb is that? What are you trying to do? You can't bring him back.
To
You should have never
bring
took away his Kit
to
Kats.
bring awareness.
You're
To
bringing
bring
awareness.
awareness.
For what?
It
How did he
sounds
get the
good.
gun? How did he
It
get the
sounds
gun?
good.
Was it his
It's not
parents?
a good idea.
What? He brought his kid back as an AI?
No, listen.
Yes,
This is my thing. I'm
basically.
asking, hold on.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
asking
seen
good
I've seen
questions.
something like that.
I'm asking very valid questions here. Where did he get the gun? Was it his parents? What was the cause of him unaliving himself? There's questions that are need to be answered. You know what I'm saying? Because
Excuse me.
who pushed him over the edge? Was it school? Was it bullying?
Was
Was
AI.
it parents?
It was AI. His
No,
AI
it
girlfriend broke
wasn't
up with him. He
AI.
couldn't take the stress.
Was it a girl that broke up with him?
Yeah.
Was it-
Even a computer program that's programmed to love me hates me. Fuck it.
yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Parents need to start paying more attention to their kids and start getting intervened with the schools and stop these schools from doing what they're doing. Because I'm going to tell you guys this right now. When I grew up as a kid, okay, back in the 80s, I remember as young as 4 years old at school, not at school, but at home, reading the back of the milk carton and it says missing children. Have you seen this kid? Okay.
Right.
When we stopped doing that, it went from missing children to blame everything under the sun for kids to commit suicide. But the suicide rate has never been as high as it is today, other than from the past 4 years till now. Look at
Well,
the
I
childhood
blame it all
childhood-
on COVID and trans rights.
Yep. Brainwashing. Schools.
Brainwashing, yeah. So
Exactly. You're yeah, exactly.
So it was.
So teach your children that
It-
teach your children they don't die. And how's that going to help? Exactly. I agree with you, Lolly.
I mean,
So-
if you're a believer in Christ, you don't die. So there you go. Teach your kids to believe in Christ; they won't die.
I just think it's freaking crazy how everybody wants to point fingers at everyone else, but they don't want to point fingers
Need
at the
mental
true
health.
culprit. at the true culprit.
Mhm.
And the true
Well,
culprit is the cult, the brainwashing cult that's going through the public school system across
one?
America like wildfire.
which one? There's so many.
Okay, the brainwash cult to
Which
brainwash boys that think
every
that they're
cult's a
women.
brainwashing cult.
The ones that want to brainwash boys to make them think like the girls, and girls to make them think like they're boys, that they could
Groomers.
change their identity and their gender when they're at school. They'll keep a secret from their parents, allowing kids to dress up as animals and forcing schools to
Oink oink.
put litter boxes in this bathroom so they could act like they're cats and dogs, and I don't know, maybe the last 4 years of the military retardedness that happened.
The worst thing any mentally afflicted person can
Yeah, you're right.
encounter is an enabler. So for us to actually enable these people by law is just ridiculously retarded.
Yeah, I believe in that too. Reincarnation. I believe in reincarnation to the fullest. You know, I believe every aspect of it.
I kind of think it's a
You know what
personal
I'm saying?
choice. I think it's a personal choice combined with a spiritual choice. So I don't know about reincarnation. I kind of feel like I'm not from this time era. You remember that Oliver Anthony song?
Yeah,
The old soul in the new world?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I kind of feel like sometimes, because like I can definitely level with the traditions of a long time ago, like early 1800 traditions. Actual American value, constitutional values and traditions. Don't tread on me kind of bullshit.
Right. The body itself, Lolly says, the body itself dies. The energy moves on to the next journey. Yeah.
Well, that the energy in your bodies definitely goes somewhere when you die. And interestingly enough, it takes 3 days to leave your body. So that's yet another scientific fact the Bible tells you about. So, and they've scientifically proven that, like in the last 5 years, they've measured
My thing is this right here.
electrical energy that escapes your body to the ground.
My whole thing is this right here. A number one clue that you could hang your hat on is this right here. If you believe in the thing called deja vu, going somewhere you know that in this life you have never been before, but you get there and it's like you've never been anywhere else but there, and you know where everything is at. That's called the reincarnated self. Okay, that lives inside you. Okay,
Where's that
you
from?
are the look, if you go anywhere, okay, so you've been to a lot of places around the US, right, Dan?
Yeah, but
You
I'm
traveled
asking
a lot.
where that
Hold on.
theory comes from. I've never heard that theory before.
You're not going to. You're not going to.
That's a new one for deja vu. Most of the things I've heard about deja vu have to do with having premonitions spiritually or being on a trailing edge of a timeline. So basically, the timeline with you on it that's in the future, that's already happened, bounces off the wall and it reverberates back through space time, and you having a connection with that other you get to experience
Whenever I
it.
was younger, I used to dream of stuff, and then they would happen like a week
Right.
later, or something like that. I mean, there's that. Is that what you're talking about?
That's
What I'm
a form
saying
of
is,
deja vu.
okay,
Yeah.
no, what I'm
There's two
saying
major
is
forms
right
of
here.
deja vu. There's having a dream and then experiencing the dream later. And then there's you have an experience, and as you're having the experience, you get a premonition that you've been here before. You've done this before.
Yeah, you know exactly.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
never happened to me.
okay, that both of those instances have happened to me.
Yeah, I used to get them both
Okay, I get both of them.
prevalently.
And
I
the
used to
reason
also
why
have
I do
whirlwind. I used to also have whirlwind nightmares a lot, where I was shopping in a not a Kroger, in a Meijer. For you, those of you who don't know, Meijer's like a big superstore like Walmart. And I was looking up and through the skylight in the window, whirlwind tornado just ripped right through the building.
that's not mine.
Yeah, I've had that
Mine's
dream literally
mine
thousands of times.
mine is water.
Water,
Water.
I don't get water very often.
Or falling.
I used to when I was like a toddler, and those always resulted in like wet dreams, pissing myself in my bed and shit. But
No, my dreams of water is drowning.
Mm.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's scary thing to think of.
I'm going to tell you guys a story, and I have never really spoke on this, and I don't think I ever spoke about this on podcast. Talking about dreams, I rattled myself to my core
I have a dream.
a couple years ago. I had the same dream 3 nights in a row, back to back to back. Boom, the same dream. Everything the exact same happened in the same dream all 3 nights. Okay.
Man,
So
that
I had
that
a
that
dream,
rattled me too.
and this is why I'm surprised I'm still doing this trash right here. Okay. Because
Thank God for marijuana.
my dream consists of my wife and my brother-in-law coming to pick me up from the hospital from cancer treatment. My wife gets in the back seat. I'm in the passenger seat. My brother-in-law's driving. Okay. And I was tired. So I told him I was going to lay my head down or take a small nap on the ride to the house. All right. Then something happened from the time I closed my eyes. Next thing I remember in the dream is that I'm standing outside of the car, up against the curb, standing on the sidewalk. My brother in law and my wife is screaming my name, but I'm standing right there. Okay. And I'm trying to tell them I'm standing right here. They can't hear me, they can't see me. And then I see myself dead in the passenger seat. I had that same dream 3 nights in a row, bro. You want to talk about fucking rattling yourself to the core?
Right.
That did it for me.
I bet the dream was pretty solid in your memory by the time you had it 3 times.
Yeah, solid.
Mythical Rider. I'm from Pennsylvania area, out by Pittsburgh.
But yeah,
Not
that's
Philadelphia though.
what I'm saying is by deja vu is, yeah, Moken, you traveled to a state and a city that you know for your damn self. Or not even that. You go in somewhere that you've never been before, a store. Okay,
Yeah.
that you've never been into before, and you walk in, and or you get there, and you go, "Holy shit! All this is familiar." Well, I know
Right.
where this is at. I know where this is at. I don't know how I know this, but I know this. Okay, that's because your reincarnated self had already traveled that, had already been there. Okay, that's why I believe in reincarnation. Okay,
I believe in reincarnation because the Bible says it's a thing. And then the deja vu for me has gravitated away from the like premonition from a future timeline.
have a good night, Ray.
Yeah. Have a good night, Ray. So
Thanks for joining.
deja vu for me has gravitated away from the whole future timeline reverberations and all that stuff, and I've leaned more towards like a spiritual thing, more like synchronicity. You know, God tapping you on the shoulder, letting you know you're in the right place at the right time. Because like literally the last 5 jobs I've had in my lifetime, and I've had like 20. The last 5 jobs I've had, I knew I was getting the job the minute I walked over the threshold. So,
Yeah,
I agree.
it just felt so familiar. I just knew it was happening.
You want to know something mythical? I'm going to say this to you. That rattled me. that rattled the shit out. I still think about it today. And it's been about 6 months since that happened. And I think about it today. So the more time goes on, the more I think, why am I still lighting a fucking cigarette? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And my dream says I'm gonna die of cancer. Why am I not taking that as a fucking hint? You know what I
You're
mean?
gonna die how you're gonna die, no matter what, though. You
Right.
can't change it. That's the thing about destiny is you can't change your destiny.
Look, everybody, listen. I'm just gonna give this out to you. You're only promised the max 75 years. That's 75 summers, winters, falls, springs.
Yeah, how many people don't
75.
even get that?
And there's a lot of you guys out there that
You
won't
ain't
even
even promised that.
Right.
a lot of you out there won't get that. A lot of you, there's some of you that won't see 60. Okay? It's just the facts. Okay? It's proven time after time.
I
Okay?
was diagnosed with emphysema 12 years ago, and I haven't quit smoking cigarettes. And I blame it on the pot that I'm still talking out of my throat and not out of a box because
Right.
How
it,
cool
you
would
know,
that be?
My
Damn,
mom was
talking out of a box.
62.
no, that wouldn't be cool
My
at all.
mom was 62,
That would sound cool.
and my dad was 69.
That would make karaoke funny.
Yeah.
Oh, yep,
Carry on my wayward son.
My name is Ned. Where's South Park?
Drive through fucking McDonald's and mess with them at the speaker.
Not
Look,
Well,
deer's
promised.
coming
No,
right for us.
I mean,
We could die any
exactly.
moment. That's the
You're
fact.
not promised tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
That's
we're
why I try to tell everybody live for today. Live
Yeah,
for
you're
this
not
moment.
even promised tomorrow.
You're
You're
not.
not promised
sorry to
the
hear
next
that, Mythical.
hour of your life.
Yeah. That's why we try to tell everybody.
Honestly,
That's why we try to tell everybody, I do especially, to live your life for this moment. Don't live your life for tomorrow. Live your life for this moment. Remember right now, because tomorrow may never happen. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here at Gen X Unchained. We hope to see you next Monday, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm Dave. That's smoking. That's lonely. Thanks for joining us, Lonely. Appreciate it. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit us up anytime you want. Join topics, whatever. Hit us up. We'll see you all next time. Deuces.